Join us on another adventure with Wild and Free
Interior Alaska.
Now that the roof is on and my husband and I have been out to get the wood stove installed so we have warmth in the cabin, it is the first time that our boys will be out at the cabin since August 6th. Let's see what they think. And yes, it's brutal outside today.
Pretty cool, huh?
Not sure what you can really see, but we just arrived at our cabin. We brought out the boys' beds, so those are twin beds, frames and all. Big emergency pack that we'll store out here in case something happens to the cabin while we're out here. So that'll be in a special location. It was pretty uneventful for once because it hasn't really snowed since last time, so we could almost see our tracks, and that was really, really nice. So I was happy about that. Everything is still standing. We're here. What do you think? It's your first time seeing it with a roof on.
It's cool. Hey, like and subscribe. Don't unsubscribe. Subscribe.
Currently,
Like it. Hit the notification
the temperature.
button.
So the temperature is a little bit warmer in here. Don't know how, but we'll take it.
It can get a lot warmer.
Yeah, it must be the sun warming it up during the day.
We are gonna get our fire going and we're gonna get this warmed up. You can currently see our breath, of course. How do you like your new cozy beds?
Awesome. But we're gonna have the bed frames, right?
Yep. We'll get some bed frames put together tomorrow so you'll be able to store all your toys and stuff under them. Isn't that exciting? How was your journey out?
Good.
It was good?
My hands were the coldest.
Yeah, it's
My eyes were the coldest.
your eyes. Yeah, it's below 0 out there. Hey, what do you think about having a roof over your head?
Awesome.
That's so cool, huh? You guys haven't seen it in forever. Does it look like a real cabin now?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting. So we've been here about an hour so far, and we started, and you saw that, and it was about 15 degrees, 10 degrees in here. It's about 3 below outside, and now we've got it roaring a little bit. I'll show you in a moment. But we are about 36 degrees, I'd say. Not bad for an hour. It's a pretty big space to warm up. And we just have our wood stove, which if you look at some of my past videos, I talked about restoring this. And doesn't it look so nice in here? So different from the abandoned rusty wood stove. Let's take a peek inside. Let's go in. Definitely feel the heat it's putting off now. Takes a little while, but it's definitely getting there. And the most important skill to learn when you get out here is to give yourself a beer fupa. Yeah, you heard that right. Because these bad boys are frozen when you get out here, so you gotta warm them up with your body weight. And the key to all of that while you are bringing up the temp in your cabin is a beer fupa.
All of a sudden, I see a little shadow.
When we come out Friday after work, we don't get settled until much later, but I just wanted to show what it looks like in the peace and quiet of the cabin when everybody's sleeping in the middle of the night. We have the candle glowing as our night light, and everybody is peacefully sleeping together.
Cooking breakfast, some Idaho spuds on the wood stove.
We still only have our beautiful wood stove to cook our meals off of, and so that's exactly how we prepare breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Meanwhile, we had a later start to breakfast, so enjoy this beautiful view. The sun had just finished rising at 9:55 a.m. this morning. Breakfast this morning is pretty simple, some Idaho spuds and scrambled eggs, courtesy of our chickens that we brought out with us. What you got?
Pop-Tart and Idaho Spuds.
Pop-Tart and Idaho Spuds. And some eggs for us adults who enjoy eggs. Where'd the eggs come from, Carter?
My chicken.
Your chickens! Today we're working on putting together their beds. So we have to swap some brackets so that the head and footboards go together. And then we will get them set up. Eventually we won't have windows up here, but they will have complete bed sets that they can store some toys and other stuff under. All right, we got their beds together, and eventually they will be each to the side, and there'll be storage space over on the edges, and then they have an abundance of storage space underneath, and they'll have way more room to play in between. It'll be pretty set up. Okay, so before we lay down our vapor barrier, we need to sweep. So right now I'm just moving everything out of the way. And you'll notice that our vapor barrier looks a little bit different. That's because this is actually intended for a floor. This is intended for the roof, but it's a cabin. We don't have building codes. We're on a budget, so we used what we had at the time to get started so that we could get our wood stove in place. And today we're going to work on finishing the flooring. So we're making progress with the floor. We are cutting the end pieces, and that's proving a little challenging because you cut off your lip that they kind of go into, so don't really know how you're supposed to do that, but we are making it work. And the good news is our cabinets are going to be over there anyways for our kitchen. A quick break to test out our new Henry survival rifle for small game at the cabin. You guys having fun out here?
Yes.
Oh, Camden just went on one. Maybe eventually a shed. After a quick check-in on the kids, I continued to lay the floor vapor barrier around our middle support pole. So, you gotta cut around this. Hello, Kendra. And line it up. And I think I did a pretty good job. Getting pretty close. That's not too bad. As I continue working on the flooring, let's take a quick look and see what the boys are up to outside.
This is a beauty salon.
Clearly just using their imagination out there, being kids, and I love it. The vapor barrier is laid for this section, so now I can carry on installing the flooring, and I'm starting to get the hang of it, so I'm going to take care of this on my own while the boys go out on an adventure. The beauty at this phase in our build, it doesn't all have to be work, and we can fit in some fun time together and make some great memories. Alright, so we are making progress. This should be our last row of this flooring before we do our transition floor into our transitions of our room, that being our kitchen, our living room, this be our dining, and that our bedroom area. So we're working on doing the last one of this type. I know it doesn't look like much, but we spent the entire weekend working on getting this far in our flooring, so stay tuned as we finish our flooring and start turning this cabin into a home. It's about to get exciting.
Thanks for joining us.
Give us a like and subscribe and follow for our next adventures on Wild and Free.
Interior Alaska.